In this video here, we're going to talk about how to register your domain through GoDaddy.com, who's quite arguably one of the largest domain registrars out there. So what we're going to do is just kind of go through the process from start to finish of registering a domain name. So for this example, as far as choosing a good domain goes, you want to make sure your domain, clearly states, to the person that's going to type in your name what they could expect to find, or you can go with the branding angle. You could go the direction that, Facebook has gone, YouTube, but those things still kind of relate to, what people are going to find. eBay, that's kind of a unique brand. Amazon, that's kind of a unique brand as well. So you've got, so basically what you need to do is decide, kind of what you want to do with your domain. Obviously Twitter, that's very unique, to Twitter as well. So it really depends on the purpose of your domain. And without getting much in the technicalities here, I'm going to just jump in and show you how to register a good domain. And so what I'm going to start with here is, I'm just going to pretend I'm going after the niche. There's a new product out there in ClickBank that's coming out about shoulder pain for weightlifters. So we're going to come across, just a domain here. Let's just say shoulder pain. Let's say shoulder pain resource. Let's just see if that's available. So you can just come up with some ideas there. And then I always like to go with .com with GoDaddy. And the first thing you want to do is go to GoDaddy.com. So once you kind of have an idea of the domain you want to look for, that's important once you have the rough idea, because then from there you can kind of spend a little time on GoDaddy and going back and forth. So we're just going to go, shoulder pain resource. We're just going to see if that's an option for us to choose here. And it looks like that one is actually available. So there you go. So that domain here is available, and we can go ahead, and go through the process of purchasing this domain. So once you see the domain, if it is available, it's going to show up here with a green check mark, like you see right here, and right below. It's going to actually, it can get kind of tricky here with GoDaddy. Right below it, it's going to say variations you might want to consider if, for example, that one's not available. Premium domains, you definitely want to kind of stay away from these ones when you're on GoDaddy, because as you can see, the price tag can really jump at you before you know it. So we're just going to go with shoulderpainresource.com, and we're going to quickly add that to our cart. And what we're going to do here is on the right hand side, we're just going to choose continue to registration. And this is the spot where, if you're brand new, you would actually put in all your information for GoDaddy. So you would actually input all your data there. But in this particular example, we're going to go ahead and just put in, our current account and information there. But in your example, you'd put in, if you're brand new, your first name, last name, email. Just give them all the information they ask for, and then click on the next option. So you put in your customer number and then your password, and then just click on next. And this is if you already had an account. And again, like I said earlier, put in your name and information that they ask for. One of the first things GoDaddy will do as well is they're going to try to get you to put in a certain registration length. So I'm going to put in here, we're going to register this for 1 year. And the next thing, your privacy and domain protection. Most of the time, the standard registration is going to be just fine for you. Some people, if you really want to, have privacy where they can't see your name and address, that's completely up to you. Just keep in mind, in this day and age, there's a good chance they could track you down some other way. Because a lot of times I've seen people do the private registration, but then they're posting on their blog with their name and picture and all that. So it's really up to you. Generally, standard registration, which is included free, is the best option. So we're just going to click on next. Then they're going to try to upsell you to different email accounts and things like that, and you really aren't going to need that because you can do that through your web host. Next, we're going to click on the next tab at the bottom. And it's going to try to upsell you if you have other domains in your account. So I'm just going to click on no thank you here. All right. And then so now this is what you should be seeing. You should be seeing, one domain right here. So the domain we're going after, 1 year length. And then we're just going to go up here to say continue to checkout. And right here, you would just put in your billing information on this page. And you're going to go ahead and make the purchase. So there you go. This is kind of the page you'll see once you've actually made a purchase. It'll take a few minutes. You can actually go view and print the receipt if you want, just to make sure the domain actually did go through. But that's the first process. This is step by step how you register a domain with GoDaddy.com.